Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Workshop Wednesday. This is our opportunity to pick a subject and go deep and nail it within the next sort of 45, 60 minutes, sometimes just over 60 minutes, depending on how practical it gets. And we'll try to make it as practical as we can today. Now, before we get going, just wanted to quickly wish all of the incredible women that we have here happy International Women's Day. Yay! All right, so just wanted to, if we planned it a little bit better, we'd have a woman presenting for you today, but it's just the way things fall. The last one that we had, Sue Papadoulis, was a woman. Next week's a woman as well, and we try our best to have at least 40 to 50% of our speakers women, as you would have seen at the last Business Blueprint conference. So as you know, we are big supporters of all the amazing ladies out there, but wanted to just say big happy International Women's Day to all the awesome members out there. All right, so that said, let's now rock and roll and get into our subject for today. We're going to be talking all around LinkedIn, but specifically going deep around probably the most important aspect of LinkedIn, which is your personal LinkedIn profile. There's so much opportunity there we're going to explore and tap into today. Now, some of you may have attended a session that we ran last week during the Business Blueprint conference with another LinkedIn expert called Adam Houlihan, and he talked about LinkedIn from a big picture perspective and talked about a number of different aspects to LinkedIn, all of which are really important. So I know a number of you were there at that presentation and got a great overview and, you know, kind of what's happening and where things are going. But one of the important parts, really important parts of your LinkedIn strategy is your profile. So we have another LinkedIn expert who's going to be going deep and has spent, months, probably years actually, to test what is the best type of LinkedIn profile to have, and he's going to be basically unpacking that for all of you right here, right now. So his name is Quan Nguyen, and he runs his own business, which he might tell you about, but for him, a lot of his leads come through LinkedIn, and so he is going to be talking all about how to create a killer LinkedIn profile and all the different things that you need to do. So for this, you'll need to have a LinkedIn account, and you would of course have a LinkedIn profile. So make sure that you have that ready on the screen, because you're going to be able to take what you learn right here, right now, and put it into action immediately, and maybe even make some changes. So it'll be a really good idea to have your own profile ready, and Quan might even give you some examples of his own profile and other people's profiles that he has worked on, so you can see some examples. You can open those up and then model off those for your own profile. All right, so we're going to get into it right now, and Quan is, he's got some other great presentations, by the way, on LinkedIn that are in the members portal. So if you just type in QUAN, you'll see other presentations that he has done on prospecting with LinkedIn and a whole bunch of other things. But today is all about the profile and going deep and nailing that, because it's one of the most important parts, because you can do all the marketing in the world, but then at the end of the day, someone's going to go, who is this person? And click on your profile, and based on what they see, that will determine whether or not you get a response or not. So it's a really good thing to get right. And it's not just for, it's obviously obvious if you're a B2B type business, but even if you're a B2C type business as well, people are going to check you out online, and they might look at, if you have a Facebook profile, maybe on Instagram, but if you're doing in any type of professional setting, and you're having a meeting with someone and they want to know who you are from a professional point of view, LinkedIn is where they're going to go. So even if you don't do any marketing or prospecting on LinkedIn specifically, you're definitely going to want to make sure your profile is awesome and represents you in the right light, because that will determine whether or not you get that meeting or not. And also, what is people's opinion of you even before that meeting takes place? You know, are they just seeing you down here, or are they seeing you up here? So we can affect that by what is in your profile. All right, that's enough of an introduction from me. I'm going to be right here learning, looking at my own profile and seeing what I can do to improve it. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Quan Nguyen. Thanks, Quan. Appreciate you being here. Go for it.
Not a problem. Okay, so let me share my screen, guys.
All right. Quan, if you just want to make sure your audio is switched on and
okay, can everybody hear me?
Got you now. Go for it.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so everyone can see my screen okay? Give me a thumbs up or a... Yes, cool. So guys, I am so excited to be able to present this Wednesday workshop for you, all about optimizing your LinkedIn profile, of course. Now, if you did attend Adam's workshop at the conference, he sort of touched on this a little bit, but I'm going to really go in for a deep dive. Okay, so I've got like 60 slides that we need to get through. And so today's all about optimizing your LinkedIn profile for generating leads and also for increasing your connections. Okay, so we're going to basically turn your LinkedIn profile into a sales page or like a little mini website. So basically, let's jump into it. So the agenda today is that we're going to look at everything from, what makes a good profile picture to why your main headline is so important, the 3 things that you must have in your LinkedIn banner, your contact information, what you need to put in there. I'm going to share with you our 12-step about summary formula, which really creates this beautiful about summary sales letter to your audience. I'll take you through the 5-stack experience timeline optimizer method that we use to basically use your experience section and turn that into a catalog of lead magnets. Okay. And we'll talk about media files. And if we have time, I will go through some more hacks and tips and things like that. So for the sake of time, guys, I won't go through stats, but just to say this, okay, LinkedIn now has close to 900 million members and profiles, right? So they're itching close to 1 billion. And LinkedIn is fast becoming the next search engine, but specifically for business professionals. So people are actually searching you on LinkedIn, and also they're using it to search for, people like accountants or business coaches. So think of it like Yellow Pages, but also for business professionals. Okay. So really, really super important to have a LinkedIn profile. But I want to sort of tell you a story that really illustrates the power of LinkedIn and LinkedIn having a great LinkedIn profile. So when we first started our agency back in sort of 2019, early 2019, we didn't have a lot of, budget. And what we did was literally just create this beautiful LinkedIn profile, pitched the right audience, targeted the right people, and we just used a PowerPoint presentation, and we made dozens and dozens of sales this way. And we actually didn't even have a website for the first 12 months. And we just literally presentation after presentation on LinkedIn. So all we had was our LinkedIn profile. We had a PowerPoint presentation. We created some eBooks and basically just pitched people on LinkedIn. And so that is the power of LinkedIn as its own platform and as its own sort of thing, right? You can really utilize LinkedIn to generate lots of leads and to grow your business. So yeah, it's an amazing platform if you know how to do it right. So these are the 7 elements of a profitable profile. Okay, so you've got one here, which is the profile picture, the main headline, the LinkedIn banner, your contact information, your about summary, your experience section, and then your media files. And I'm going to cover all of that in depth. Now, before we start though, and before you start optimizing your LinkedIn profile, this is super important, okay? You need to set up your LinkedIn settings correctly so that you don't annoy all of your first degree connections. So what you need to do is you need to go to LinkedIn, you need to go to this little, your little profile picture on the top right-hand corner. And then once you open that up, you'll see a drop-down menu that says settings and privacy. You need to go there, and then you need to go through all of the settings and basically set it exactly as I'm showing you here. Okay, so I don't have time to go through this right now, but just pause this video later on, or get the slides from Dale later and go through everything. Okay, now the most important one is this one. Okay, under visibility, LinkedIn activity, share profile updates with your network. You need to turn that no. Okay, you need to turn it off and turn it to no, because every time you actually update your profile, you don't want to be updating your contacts, right? They're going to get really annoyed with you. So let's start off by talking about your profile picture, okay? Now, the main goal of your profile picture is actually to just build trust and connection, and try to do that instantly, right? So to be able to build trust and connection, right, you need to have a profile picture that is a certain way on LinkedIn. Now, here are some really interesting stats. Profile pictures, profiles with pictures get 21 times more views, okay, than ones that don't have a profile picture. And then on top of that, profiles with professional headshots get 14 times more views on top of that. So in other words, if you've got a professional headshot, you're going to get 35 times more click-through to your LinkedIn profile over somebody that doesn't have a profile picture, okay? So in other words, get yourself a profile picture that is a professional headshot, okay? Now, I'll give you some do's and don'ts. The first one is never ever use your company logo for your profile image. Okay, choose a photo that actually looks like you. So I actually had a meeting the other day with somebody, and they look nothing like their profile image, and it sort of threw me off a bit. But yeah, try and use a photo that actually looks like you, so that people aren't surprised when they actually meet you on Zoom or in person. And then make sure your face takes up at least 60-70% of the frame. Okay, so here are some sort of don'ts. Okay, some mistakes, some common mistakes that I see. So avoid dark backgrounds. Okay, don't use portraits. So even though this picture is a good picture, right, 40% or more than 40% of all LinkedIn users are on mobile. Okay, they're using LinkedIn on mobile. And so you got to think mobile first whenever you're creating any sort of digital assets, right? And profile portrait pictures like this one don't come up well on mobile. You just can't see the eyes. You can't see the white of the eyes. Okay, this one here, no eye contact. Okay, you need, in order to build trust and connection, you need to see the white of the eyeballs, but you also need to see the white of the teeth, right? And this last one is grainy and pixelated. So that would be okay if it was a sharp and high-res image. Now, for the ladies, choose the right expression. Okay, very, very important, and wear what you would wear to work. Right. So, you know, if you would turn up into a Zoom meeting with a shirt and collar, that's what you would have in your profile image. And then also choose a background that isn't distracting. Okay. So this one here, classic mistake, too close. Okay. This one here, great eye contact, but not warm. Okay, there's no warmth to this picture. This one here, no eye contact, and this one here is a model shot, which doesn't really work well when you're trying to build instant connection and instant trust. Now, for the men, these are all great. Okay, so you can see they're high res, they're clear. You can see the white of the eyeballs. So they're all good. This one here is also good. The last one, I would just choose a background that is contrasting. So you can see his skin color and the background is very similar, right? So that's the only mistake there, but they're all fantastic. For the ladies, these are some really, really great examples, right? Great eye contact, 60-70%. You know, the face is filling up 60-70% of the frame. Now, if you're looking for a golden standard, okay, look at these last two profile pictures, okay? Instant warmth, instant connection, right? Like when you look at these profile images, you kind of go, yeah, I would actually do business with this person, right? So there's that instant warmth and instant connection. So let's move on to your main headline. So your main headline is your most important part of LinkedIn, okay? It's the most important piece of real estate on your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn gives you 220 characters for your main headline, and the main goal of your main headline is to instantly convey what you do and how you can help, okay? So let me give you some examples, but let me first start off with a tip. So the key tip for your main headline, okay, is don't waste valuable real estate by inserting your job title or your business name here. Okay, so I'll give you an example. And 95% of people on LinkedIn do this, okay? So you've got Kim Yabsley, who's a Blueprint member. She's a legend. So we did her profile, and when she came to us, she had founder and director at ABC Business Proprietary Limited, right? And the reason why you don't want to do this is because nobody knows what that means, right? I don't know what Stratcom Proprietary Limited is, right? So you're wasting the opportunity to tell your prospects what you're about, what you do, and how you can help. So what we did was we changed it from founder and director at ABC Company to building cultures of excellence, right? Culture change, culture transformation. So instantly when I look at this profile now, I know exactly what she's about and what she does and whether she can help me or not, okay? So the statistics are, guys, you've got about 7 seconds to convince somebody to actually scroll down and read your LinkedIn profile. If your prospect doesn't understand what you do and how you can help within the first 5-7 seconds, they will bounce, right? They'll actually click out, they'll click backwards, okay? So, like I said, your LinkedIn main headline, 220 characters. We definitely recommend that you use up every single character, right? So there's 3 methods for your main headline on LinkedIn, okay? The first one that you're looking at here is the Google keyword method. Okay, so the Google keyword method is what would your prospects type into Google to find your products or your service, right? So Claire Thompson here, she's typed in branding advisor, life coach, technology strategist. I instantly know what she's about and whether I want to connect with this person, okay? Method number 2 is an elevator pitch, okay? It's literally a marketing slogan, short and sweet. So this person here, I help busy business owners get back 1 day a week in 40 days, right? Very, very clear what she's about and what she does. I can make a decision now whether I want to connect with this person. Now, the third method is a hybrid approach of using both the keyword method and the elevator pitch, which is what Raymond has done. So he's wrote business growth expert, okay? So that's the keyword method. And then I help business owners and founders scale from 20K to 2 million in 2 years, right? So hybrid method. Now, key tip, there is no wrong or right method, guys, okay? It's really what best suits your own authenticity, right? As a business owner and as a person, but also what's going to resonate with your target audience. So I'll show you some of the ones that we've done. Okay, so Dale Beaumont, we did his maybe a year or 2 years ago. So we came up with CEO of the world's #1 business program, right? That first line is so important because that's what everybody sees. Okay, so see the top line in each of these main headlines? That's what everybody sees. Whenever you share, whenever you comment, whenever you try and connect with somebody, whenever you like, that's what people see. They see your profile image and the first sort of line of your main headline, okay? Stacey, reach 1 million people a month in New Zealand waiting rooms, okay? Susan, pharmacy recruitment specialist and locum agency. Straight away, I know what she's about and what she does, right? Myself, for business owners who hate implementing technology, right? And who suck at marketing. So that's some ideas for you. And you can see here, we actually use a lot of emojis because emojis catches the eye. It's colorful. It pulls the eye into reading your main headline. So now let's talk about your LinkedIn banner. And the main goal, guys, of your LinkedIn banner is to actually just draw the eye, market your message and your brand within 3 seconds, okay? Very similar to a billboard ad. So as you're driving past on the freeway, you see a billboard ad, that's what your LinkedIn banner needs to do. So I want you to imagine designing a $100,000 billboard, okay? And that's how you approach your LinkedIn banner. So you need 3 things, guys. The 3 must-haves in any LinkedIn banner is a custom image, okay? A marketing slogan, and your own branding and your own custom logo, okay? So I'll show you what not to do, and then I'll show you what to do, okay? So this one here by Megan, she has nothing. So absolutely a wasted opportunity to tell me what she's about and how she can help. This person here has a custom image, but no branding and no slogan. Another wasted opportunity. This person here has a logo. So he's got some branding, but he's got no slogan, right? Again, a wasted opportunity to use up that real estate space, okay? Now, this person here works for Gartner, and this is, for me, a little bit too busy for my liking, okay? I want to sort of be able to see within 5 seconds. I'm not going to sit there and read all of this text, right? It's just a little bit too much, but he's got no custom image, just text and branding. So missing, one of the 3. So these are all the ones that we've done, okay? So you can see here for Stacey, we took her custom image and we said, okay, what is it that you actually do? So basically from that glance of this banner, you know what she's about. She delivers these things and she installs them, and then it's restocked monthly. So straight away, I know what she's about. Obviously, she's got her branding up there as well. Chris has won a lot of awards. So we thought, okay, let's show that off, right? So his slogan, building your dream business, right? Then we showcase all the awards. Obviously, we got our branding and a custom image at the back. Dale's one, we sort of thought, you know what, your banner's already perfect, right? We just sort of tweaked it a little bit so that it actually fits within LinkedIn's banner, but you've got, within an instant, you know what Dale's about. You can see he's running some sort of business program. You've got the logo, you've got the slogan, right? So you got it all in one. And then this is my one here, lead connector, branding up there, replace all these tools with one subscription, right? So that's what I'm about. So key tip for your LinkedIn banner slogan, right? Because a lot of people try and write too much into the slogan, right? Just keep it short and punchy, right? Think about the best brands in the world and think about their slogans and how they do their billboards, right? Nike, just do it. Okay. KFC, finger licking good. McDonald's, you know, I'm loving it. You know, all of these types of big businesses, they have like 3 or 4 words max, right, as their slogan. So just do that, okay? Now, your contact info and custom URL. So the main goal here is to actually make it super easy for people to contact you, right? And it's also to customize your LinkedIn custom URL. So I'm going to actually just jump into my profile here and show you exactly what to do. So there's a few things you need to do, guys. One is go to your business page and make sure you upload a logo, because then your logo will show up here. Okay. And it just gives you that extra layer of credibility. If your business doesn't have a logo set up on LinkedIn, okay, it'll just be like a gray box and it just doesn't look professional, okay? So what you need to do, guys, is you need to go to this part. So go to your profile and then go to here where it says edit profile and URL, just here. Click on that and it'll open up to this page, okay? And see on the top right-hand corner, it says edit your custom URL. So basically, if you don't edit this, LinkedIn will just give you linkedin.com/in/ and then a whole bunch of numbers, and just doesn't look nice, right? So you can own your own LinkedIn custom URL. Just go in there, click into the pencil and type in your keyword, right? Whatever that keyword is, it could be your business name, it could be something else. I used to have like chatbot marketing, right? LinkedIn.com/chatbot marketing, LinkedIn marketing, right? And I've since changed it to lead connector, okay? So that's basically what you do here. So let's just jump back in. What you want to do is go back to your profile and then you go to contact info. So after you've edited your LinkedIn profile, okay, URL, it's going to show up like this. Okay, see that? LinkedIn.com lead connector. Now, LinkedIn will give you up to 3 websites, guys. So don't waste this opportunity. Upload your YouTube channel, upload your Facebook. So you can see what I've done. I've uploaded my website, I've uploaded my YouTube channel and also my Facebook Messenger. Right? Because I like messaging people and connecting on Facebook Messenger. It's just easy for me. Okay. So this here could be, you know, landing pages. It could be sales pages. It could be whatever it is that has a URL that you want to send people to. You know, it could be, you know, anything, a webinar, a recurring webinar page, whatever it is, phone number, email. Okay. So I like to have at least 4 points of contact. Okay. So just go in there. All you got to do is basically click on contact info just here, and then click on the pencil and then upload everything into there, okay? If you do have any questions, guys, or if Dale wants to stop me at any time to go deeper, clarify things, feel free to just jump in. Now, that's your contact info. Now, let's talk about your vanity metrics, okay? So your main goal for your vanity metrics is just to really understand the health of your online presence or your online shop, okay? So think of your LinkedIn profile like an online brick and mortar store that people are visiting, right? And your metrics is just that. It's just showing you and understanding, okay, how many people have visited my profile in the last month, right? So if you go to your vanity metrics section, which is just here, right? So it's basically analytics, okay? It's under analytics. And if you click on this, you can go deeper and find out what's happening, right? But it's basically just people that are viewing your profile, viewing your posts, right? How many times you've appeared in searches, okay? So this is what I was talking about before. People are searching for specific things, business coach, accounting, right? Weight loss coach. People are using LinkedIn to search for people that can help them, right? And then basically you're popping up in the searches, okay? Now, what I will say is this, guys, once you've optimized your profile, okay, this is not, it's not the end, okay? So if you've optimized your profile, there's more to go, right? So if you want to make LinkedIn work, the first step is optimizing your profile, but you still have to post great content. You still have to have an outreach strategy, right? And be reaching out to people and maximizing LinkedIn's limits and their connection limits, right? So LinkedIn gives you like 100 connection requests a week. They'll give you another 100 to people in the same group, and they'll give you, unlimited messages to your first degree connections. So you want to be utilizing all of that, right? Now, what I'm going to say is basically once you start being active on LinkedIn, you'll see that this grows exponentially. So where people might go, hey, I only used to get like 100 views a month or 50 views a month of my profile, it then jumps to like 1,100 views, right? So that's like 1,100 people that are viewing my profile. That's pretty much like more than what I get to my website, okay? So they're your followers, so on and so forth. So yeah, so if you just jump into your LinkedIn and you actually click on these analytics where you go like that, that's where you can go and just like do a deeper dive, right, into who's looking at you and all of those things. Now, let's talk about your about summary. So your about summary, guys, is super important, okay? And the main goal of the about summary is to really impress your audience, right? And make them go, hey, this guy's legit. Like, I want to do business with this guy, right? I want to find out more about this person. This is definitely the sort of person that can solve my problem, right? And solve my issue. So make them want to actually connect and engage with you, right? That is the goal of the about summary. Now, key tip for your about summary, okay? LinkedIn gives you 3 lines and then there's a big see more button, okay, like that, right? So basically don't waste your valuable real estate by, again, inserting your job title and your business name here, okay? So a lot of people, still around 90% of people, I would say, approach LinkedIn as it used to be, which is an online CV, right? It's an online resume so that I can get headhunted for my next job, or I can sort of show my potential employer what I'm all about. We don't approach LinkedIn that way, okay? If you want to generate leads, if you want to generate business on LinkedIn, we actually take your LinkedIn profile and we turn it into like a landing page sales letter website. It's basically promoting you, right? And promoting how you can help. So when you look at the word about, okay, don't think, oh, I got to write about me, right? You have to think about how I can help you. This is what it's all about. It's about how I can help you, the person that's about to read my about summary, right? LinkedIn now gives you 2,600 characters. And basically, I want you to use all of those characters up, okay? I mean, I've got 2,598 characters, right? Use it all up and create a beautiful sales letter. So anyway, going back, don't put your job title here, okay? So what we do is we do emojis and we actually instruct people to say, stop right there, right? And then we say, you are this, right, from solving your main pain point or problem, right? You're this one action away from solving this main problem that you have. And then we say, if you are this target market, right, and you have this particular problem, right, then click see more. So we actually tell people and instruct people exactly what to do, because we want people to actually click see more, right? And we say, click see more to get this benefit, right? To discover, to learn how to solve this problem that you have, right? So the main goal for us is to actually use these 3 lines to get people to actually open up and read about us, right? You want people to click see more. So Again, this is one of ours. Again, you can see the two warning signs. Stop right there. You're one click away from exploding your business, right? Here's another one. So if you ever see this on LinkedIn, it's probably us that did it, or they've been to one of our workshops, right? We say, stop right there. You're one click away from reaching 1 million waiting room patients a month by harnessing the power of New Zealand's largest health education network. Now, if you send that to the right audience, right, they're going to want to engage. Okay. So it's all about obviously understanding who your target audience is, who you're getting to drive, right? You're driving specific job titles and specific prospects to your landing page, to your LinkedIn profile, and then they're reading this. Okay. Stop right there. You're one click away from obliterating your cash flow and time management woes, right? Brace yourself. You're about to learn the secret to creating a lasting culture change. Right. So again, using emojis, and I'm going to show you a secret. LinkedIn doesn't allow you to bold like this. Okay. You have to go to a uni text converter. So I'll give you the website in a moment, but you need to go to a Unicode text converter, insert that text into the Unicode text converter, copy it, and then paste it back in. And that's how you get these sort of bolding effect, right, within LinkedIn. So about summary before and after, right? Go from something that's plain Jane and something like, hey, I did this, and my job is to do this, and for this company I did that, and I achieved this, and that's like all about me. And you want to turn it around and go, hey, this is about how I can help you, right? And frame it and write it in such a way that you're talking to the audience that's reading it, and you're basically telling them how you can help them, right? So put a few emojis in, bold the text. I'll show you what we did for Dale. Let's see what we did for Dale, just to give you some ideas. Okay, so this is Dale's about summary, right? Now with Dale, we did it a little bit different because he's an authoritative figure. But basically Dale has like 5-7 things that is really a highlightable thing to talk about. And so we just went, instead of using bullet points, we went emojis, and then we just took, 7 or 8 things, and then we wrote a little summary about those things. Okay. So that's the about summary. Now, what you want to do, guys, again, is just deliver an amazing marketing message. So if you've ever read a really good long form copy in a Facebook ad, that's sort of what you're after, right? If you've ever read this amazing long form copy for a webinar or an advertisement or whatever, that's what you're trying to do within your about summary section. So you can see here, that's mine. I've used up all 2,600 characters, right? And I'm talking to a specific sort of person. Okay. Now, one thing I will say is that I actually have different audiences, right? Because we're a marketing agency. And so we target, hotel owners, and then we'll target like other agencies. And so what I do is I actually transform my entire LinkedIn profile based on who I'm targeting and what campaigns I'm running, right? So I will change this from time to time, and I'll change my main headline. I'll change everything in LinkedIn. Okay. Now, another key tip for your about summary is I want you to make it SEO keyword rich for your particular industry, for your particular product or service. And the reason why you want to do that is so that you rank higher, right, for what you do and the services that you provide based on LinkedIn's search algorithms. So if I go into LinkedIn now and type in accountant, right, you want to try and rank for that. You want to try and go into the searches, okay, and show up in the searches. So this is the about summary formula that I was talking about before. It's 12 steps. And basically what we did was we took the best sort of copywriting techniques, right, known to man, and we sort of formulated it and added it together in such a way that it actually just works inside of a LinkedIn about summary. Okay, so the first thing that you'll see with all about summary is we always capture the attention of the audience, and we address the audience. We address the target market and who we're speaking to, right? One of the best ways to instantly get credibility is just to debunk a myth, right? So that you can show your authority and your expertise. So you could say something like, if you think that you need a lot of money to do property development, then you're wrong. And here's why, right? Things like that. Debunking a myth instantly goes, okay, that's really interesting what you're saying. I want to read more. Number 3, ask a problem-based question and provide an answer. right? So we always like to ask, we say things like, we live in a day and age where you can buy leads are like a commodity, right? You can buy as many leads as you want and get like hundreds of thousands of, impressions and eyeballs to your product instantly, right? So if this is the case, then why are people still struggling in their businesses? Okay, so things like that. Name a result that they want without the pain, right? So here's the end goal. Here's the result you want, but you don't have to go through the pain to get it, right? Number 5, tell them the missing link to achieve the result. So that's A to B, right? A lot of your prospects know, hey, this is where I am. They know where they want to go, right? It's the in the middle, the bridge, the how. That's what they're missing. Because if they knew how to get there, right, they would already be there, or they would be on their way to getting there. So we just tell them, okay, you're here to get to here. This is what you need, right in the middle. And that's what we provide. And then we tell them how it actually works, right? So we don't just say, this is how you do it. We actually tell them how it actually works and what is my signature process, right, for getting you from the A to B. If you need to, you can list your products and services as a list. Name the problem, right, and the solution and the benefit that it will provide. Highlight any time or money savings over doing it themselves. Definitely promise a time frame. Then we make an offer or give a lead magnet and with a call to action, right? So you can take all of this and just grab things that are going to work for your particular industry. But we actually do a lot of LinkedIn profiles and we pretty much follow this pattern, right, every single time. Okay, now we're getting into the experience section and the media files. So the main goal of your experience section, guys, is not to go, hey, I worked at this job and that was my role, and then I worked for this job and then that was my role. That is really a waste of opportunity. What you want to do with your experience section is utilize how LinkedIn has built it, and then utilize it and stack it in such a way that you actually can promote all of your features and your services. And then what we want to do is we want to create a catalog of lead magnets. Okay. So in essence, what we're doing is we're taking it from something like that, which is, hey, I was a finance manager, I was a business manager, I was a loan writer. Yeah, so boring, right? And you want to turn it into one company, and then you stack like 4 or 5 things on top of each other that you actually provide, right? Different products and services, different features and benefits that you can actually give. And then you're just turning it into a catalog of lead magnets, okay? So I'll show you how to do it. Key tip, break it into 5 individual bite-sized sections of highlights, okay? Starting from the most important thing you want to tell them to the least important thing, right? So the easiest product that you have that you sell, or the most profitable product that you sell, or the most important thing that you do, put that right at the top, okay? So remember what I said before about not wasting real estate with your job title and your business name and all of that? So this is the section to do it, okay? So this is where we actually put, right at the top, we put things like founder, right? Founder, implementer, this and that. This is who I am, right? Job title and business. And then second most important, third most important, fourth and fifth, and so on and so forth, okay? So that's what it's going to look like once you're finished, okay? You're going to have at the top, I'm the founder, I'm the agency owner, I'm the CEO, business owner of this person or this business. And then you want to put in a few other things, right, that you specialize in. And then you actually, if you open this up and click see more, right, if you remember how we did the about summary, right, each of these sections is an about summary, right, about specifically about this product or service that I'm promoting, right? And you end up with like these 5 things that you're stacking on top of each other that people can read. So for me, it's agency owner, LinkedIn expert, yada, yada, yada. New service launch, right? So I want to promote my LinkedIn lead generation service. So new service launch back in December 2020, right? LinkedIn lead generation. October 2020. Now the dates actually aren't specifically accurate, right? It's just the dates that we chosen so that it stacks properly, okay? Here I wanted to tell people about this award that I won, and then so on and so forth, keynote speaking, product launch, yada, 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 right? So here is a section example. So here up there, that is one section, okay? And then you can see the rockets, right? That's another section. So we're stacking on top of each other, okay? And these are your media files, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But again, you have to click see more to actually read about this particular thing, okay? Now, what are media files inside of LinkedIn? So media files are anything that is going to promote you and lift up your authority, right? So they can be case studies, testimonials, hero images, before and after shots, videos, webinars, stats, infographics, ebooks, discount coupons, awards, workbooks, cheat sheets, anything that is like a lead magnet, right? FAQs, quizzes, free trials, consultations, landing pages, URL links, anything that you can think of, get creative and put it in as a media file, okay? Now, this is what I was talking about before, right? So LinkedIn, it won't allow this bolding, okay? So see here, I don't know if I click on it, it's going to do something funny. So just type into Google Unicode text converter, right? If somebody can type that into the chat, Unicode text converter, and you take your thing that you want to bold inside of LinkedIn, you put it in there, you bold it, you copy it, and then you paste it back in, and then that's how you get that effect, okay? And this section, the experience section, is the same scenario as the about summary. You have to click see more. So again, you're trying to get people to click that see more button, okay? But assume that they may not click the see more button, okay? So if they're not going to click the see more button, what do you want them to read for the first 2, 3, 4 lines, right? And so, yeah, you got to sort of play to both scenarios, okay? So another key tip for your experience section, add as many files as you can per section, but make sure you actually put a title with your media files, okay? And I'll show you why. Because when somebody clicks on, right, your show more, no, that's not it. 1 second, go back. And let's go to here. So I'm jumped in as somebody that's visiting my profile right now, right? So they click see more. See how all these media files, they click see more. And okay, that's not working either. 1 second. It normally has, let me jump into Dale's and see. Yeah, it's not doing it today. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. That's really weird. Basically, what you normally have is you have like a your image and your media file, but it also has the title, right? And that's what you want to show, because the title actually explains what the image is all about. Okay, so that's what it should look like. How chatbots skyrocket your sales and automate, right? And then so you can tell what that's about, or what that media file is about, right? 12 benefits of chatbots, yada, yada, yada. So LinkedIn used to only give you like 2, but now they give you sort of unlimited. So I would have at least 2 to 5 media files per section, okay? Super important. So the other key tip I can give you is you can actually use your media file image and the title to actually tell a story. So you can see what I've done here, right? There's 2 right next to each other. And the first image says over 750 entrants. And the second image says awarded the best bot marketing agency in 2020, right? So looking at those 2 media files and reading the headline, I'm actually telling a story, yeah? And another key tip is use images that really catch the eye and go, oh, that looks really interesting, right? So images, videos, titles, all of that. Think of it like a thumbnail on a YouTube video, right? It has to make people want to click on it. So this is how you do it, guys. You need to go into your experience section, okay? The title is obviously what goes up the top, the title. The employment type, we actually just put a little dash, right? Because you don't need to do anything there. So just put a dash. The company is always going back to your own company. So that's how you get that stacking under the one company, right? So this is like one company, right? Lead connector. But then under that one company, I've got like 5 different sections, okay? So that's one section. There's the second, third, and then I've got like heaps more, yeah? So basically, always choose the same company, right? So you've got your business and your company, and then you've got like 5 different things under it. Location, do the same thing, do a little dash, okay? Because that'll give you that little white space that you need. And then I'm currently working in this role. So you want to click that, okay, every single time, and then just choose the dates to stack your different experiences, right? And your different sort of highlights that you want to tell people about. Okay. And then you basically just, fill in all the info, and then that's where you upload. So right at the bottom where you see that blue upload button right here, that's where you upload. So upload videos, URLs, ebooks, PDFs, things like that. All right.
Quan, just wanted to jump in here and say, doing a fantastic job. I just love how, step by step and detailed that it is. This is fantastic. And hopefully you guys are working in real time. Do as much as you can during the time right now. Of course, you will be provided with the recording, so you can press pause, anytime if you need to go back and watch it. I just want to say, Quan, this is awesome, and love your work. Thank you.
Thanks, Dale. Yeah, this is definitely one of those things, guys. I'm going way too fast for you to actually do it at the same time. So it's one of those things, rewatch the video, pause it, do it, then watch another 5 minutes, then do it and pause it and whatnot. You can always go to my profile. You can go to Dale's profile. You can go to some of the other profiles that we've done and literally just copy it, copy the format and copy the structure of it. Once you do this, guys, you're going to now have this beautiful experience section, right? So let me show you Dale's. So Dale's one was, again, up the top, founder and CEO, right? Award-winning business coach, growth. So it's the same methodology that we use for the main headline, right? It's SEO keywords or an elevator pitch, yeah? Obviously, the bolding is from Unicode Text Converter. We put some really cool emojis in there just to break stuff up, and then boom, right? Again, it's a sales letter. It's the same thing that we do for the About Summary, okay? So that's what we actually did as the first stack. And then the second stack, so the first stack was all about blueprints, right? And that program. The second stack is about doubling your business. And then we had like actual strategy. So if we click on there, boom, 90-minute training session, how to do this, how to do that. So Dale wanted us to promote this particular free training. And then the systemization, right, of the business. So that's another thing that we wanted to promote. So if I click see more, right, boom, again, like we wrote this huge thing about this particular product or service webinar, and then so on and so forth, right? And then you can see Dale still got professional speaker, he's still got that, and all the other stuff that he's done in the past. But under blueprints, we're stacking 5, at least 5 things, okay? And that's what you end up with. So once you do this, guys, it is a lot of work, right? I'm not gonna lie, like it's a lot of work, but it's an asset that you get to keep for life. Right. And if you do this properly and then you do the next few steps, which is, posting great content, right? There's a whole strategy around what we do. Like this is like literally 10%. The next thing you got to do is you got to get rid of all of your contacts and just keep the ones that, are your prospects or your referrers, which we did with Dale. And then you got to do some outreach strategy, right? But once you've got this, it's a real asset that you get to keep for life. And it's well worth it if you're going to do something with LinkedIn, right? If you're going to use LinkedIn as a platform to promote yourself and your services. And again, there is, you can make a lot of money on LinkedIn, guys, if you know what you're doing, okay? So that's the experience section. Go through that. Dale, how much time do we have?
So if you want, we can go for another 20 minutes if needed.
I wanted to leave some time for Q&A as well.
Yes. So we do have a quick question that's come in. Like, do you offer a done-for-you service for the transforming people's profile, or is it not something that you offer?
No, we do offer it. Yeah, we do offer it as part of a package. Yeah. So we offer like a LinkedIn package and you just get everything done. So, I mean, if we just do your profile, it doesn't really do anything. Right. So it's you got to do your profile and then you have to have an outreach strategy. Right. So you got to actually make money from LinkedIn, not just have a pretty profile. Yeah. But the short answer is yes. Hello. Dale, you look like you've paused. So yeah, guys, if you want to know more about like how we do it or the price, it's $997. That's basically how much we charge, right? US, okay? Now, while Dale can everyone else hear me? Because Dale's paused. He's frozen. Everyone? Okay, good. I do have a really special thing that I'm going to give you guys. It's almost ready. So we've been doing LinkedIn for like 3-4 years, right? And I think Dale's going to love this. And what we're doing is we're partnering with a company from the US, and we're creating this Chrome plugin, right? It's a Chrome extension, and it lives inside of your LinkedIn, okay? And it basically turns LinkedIn into a CRM, and it also connects with your main CRM, so you can actually send hot prospects and warm prospects into your CRM, and then just automate the entire nurture sequence. And you can do things like join particular groups of people. You can do like all sorts of really cool things. So it's not ready for me to show it to you yet. Maybe Dale will have me back and I can show exactly how to use this, but this will be an absolute game changer, because the hardest thing with LinkedIn, right, is managing all of your messaging, okay? So when you go here and you've got all these people, there are some people that are not great prospects. Some people are really hot and they go, oh, I want to know more, and so it's just having some sort of filing system and a CRM system that you can instantly just go click, click, and they're saved. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's what we've created something that lives inside of LinkedIn, because this is where you're going to live, right? So basically, once you've done your profile and once you're starting to actively do, lead generation on LinkedIn, this is where you live, right? And this is where you're going to get 2-3 leads a day, right? If you're doing it correctly. And so you need to have some sort of system where you can just go click, click, and they're saved into the CRM, and then boom, they're in your particular CRM. You know what I mean? So this is a mini CRM, and then, yeah, it's going to integrate with, our CRM or your CRM. Okay. So that is going to be really cool. I'm going to give everybody access to this, right, for free. Like it's going to be really cool.
Wow. That's awesome.
So I'll show Dale in private how it's going to work. But we could literally create something where it's just a business blueprints community, right? And the only people inside of my trusted connections, is everybody within the LinkedIn community. And then if you want a specific type of referral, you can go to that person in the business blueprints community that lives inside of here and go, hey, I'm looking for this. Can anybody help? Right. And then do all sorts of really cool things like referral programs with each other and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, that is coming out in a week or two. When we're ready, I'll let Dale know. So guys, if you do want that plugin, right, or if you just want to connect with me, if you scan this, it's going to send you 3 buttons. One is my Facebook Messenger, one is my LinkedIn, and the other one is, I can't remember what the other one is, probably my website or my LinkedIn profile or something like that. So scan this QR code, guys, and just connect with me. Facebook Messenger, LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to help out this community as much as I can. If you have any specific problems, hurdles, whatever you might have, whatever issues, just send me a quick text on Messenger or LinkedIn. Boom, I'll solve it for you within minutes. Okay. So I'm happy to do that as well.
Beautiful. Thank you, Quan. Haley's messaged you already. So there we go. And we've got a link to the QR code that we've posted into the chat as well. So let's do a quick little summary, and then we're going to get into some Q&A. So first of all, I think it's really important just to have a decent LinkedIn profile. Like it or not, if you're doing any type of business, people are checking you out. They're going online, they're searching, and based on what they see or don't see, that's going to determine how excited they are to meet with you, and also whether you're starting kind of at a 5 out of 10 or you're starting at like a 1 out of 10 in terms of the rapport and connection you're going to have with that person before you actually meet. Now, the next step, and you can watch the recordings, go a bit slower. You can look at examples of mine, Quan's, and a whole bunch bunch of other people as well. There's a quick question with regards to emojis. If you're in a very serious industry like law for Shaya, yeah, you can maybe overdo it a little bit. So you can definitely pare them back or just minimize the emojis, but they do work. They do grab people's attention, and it's all about standing out in that feed because that's the only really thing they see in the title. And when, you've got most people, having their profile security officer at, Stratcom or whatever it is, and yours kind of will really stand out. And so you totally use that real estate as much as you can. But if you want to pare back the emojis, that is fine. But get your profile looking good because it is like a mini website. And so what Quan has been able to do is to use the resume style settings, which is great if you're looking for a job, not so great if you're running your own business, to take that and to use it to basically repurpose it as effectively like a mini website to sell all of the things that you do. And of course, the all-important next step. Then from there, Quan has done other presentations before about how to do outreach. And so you can check out the previous presentations as well. And I'm about to ask a question in just a sec, Quan, whether you're still using a product called Wallaxy or has that been superseded by this new product that you're going to show us in the next few days. So got a question about that. But yeah, then it's all about the outreach, okay? Getting more and more people to see your profile and to want to connect with you. We're not going to do a deep dive on that now. Quan has another presentation on that, and hopefully we'll get him back again soon to go deeper. But then it's all about creating, if you can get 2 or 3 leads a day, then over a week, over a month, that will totally transform your business. All right, Quan, there's a few questions in the chat that you may have seen that you might want to have a look at, but just very quickly, do you want to tell us a bit about anything more you want us to know about the profile, use of emojis, etc., and then we'll go on to some Q&A.
Yeah, cool. So I'm just reading through the... And
there was also a question as well about Sales Navigator. Where does that fit in? Do you need it? Do you don't?
Absolutely, yeah. You must have a Sales Navigator. Sales Navigator is not cheap, right? It's $100 a month. The tool that we use for LinkedIn outreach is also $100 a month. So there's already like $200 a month just for tools, yeah? So what we've done is we've configured it in such a way that our clients don't need the tools. So we just use our Sales Navigator to get their prospects, and then we put it into their account. But you definitely need a Sales Navigator account if you're going to do any sort of outreach. Otherwise, you can't get the targeting right. You just can't get the specific job titles, the company headcount, the geography, the industry, all of those really important things. You just can't get that without Sales Nav. But yeah, you definitely need Sales Nav. And again, it's a lot of work to do LinkedIn manually. So I'm not going to talk about automation or anything like that, but there's 2 ways to do it, right? There's VAs or there's tech tools. So if you need to talk about that with me privately, I'm happy to do so. I do have a question here. It says your profile picture, should you be facing left, right, or the camera? Okay, so with the profile picture, Adam said you want to be facing left, right? So you're actually looking at your LinkedIn banner. And I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But for me, it's more about the white of the eyeballs. I like looking at somebody and seeing the white of the eyeballs and going, hey, that's a warm face, And for me, if you're looking left and you're trying to get people to look at your LinkedIn banner, they're going to see the LinkedIn banner anyway. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It's the 2 things that people look at when they first look at your profile is the LinkedIn banner and the profile image. You can't not see it. So I tend to disagree with that approach. I would prefer something that's like this, right? It's 60, 70% of the frame, white of the eyeballs, white of the teeth. I think that instantly gets much better rapport, especially on mobile as well. Is there any other ones that I've missed? Anything that I've missed, guys?
Okay, just scrolling up to have a look myself. All right. Definitely. What if you have 2 businesses? What do you do there if you've got 2 businesses? Do you choose one main business and that's going to be your business on LinkedIn? Or do you kind of set them up as 2 companies that you're running concurrently and do a little mini sales page for each? What are your thoughts?
Definitely messy. So what I do is whenever I'm targeting a different type of person, right, I will change up my profile. If you have two businesses, it's better to, because it's actually against LinkedIn's terms and conditions, okay, to actually have two profiles under the same name, okay? So basically what we teach is just get your partner, your spouse, your partner, a friend, a brother and sister, just hijack their LinkedIn profiles and then use their LinkedIn profiles for the second business or the second outreach, which basically brings me to my second point. I'll piggyback off that. If you want to double your results on LinkedIn, you just add another profile and do exactly the same thing, right? So if you're getting like 1, 2 warm leads a day, 3 warm leads a day, and you're going, man, this is great, it's working really well, then all you're going to do to get more of that is literally just add another LinkedIn profile and do exactly the same thing. And instead of getting 2 or 3 leads a day, you're now getting 4 or 5 leads a day from 2 profiles.
All right, cool. If you're already using LinkedIn with a personal profile, should you create a separate account for business or drive everything through your personal profile? I think you've sort of already answered that one, but anything more you want to add?
Yeah, so everything has to be, so let's go to Dale's. No, let's go back. So let's go to my one and I'll answer it by showing you. So the only reason why you want to have a business page on LinkedIn is so you can show off your little logo here in your profile, okay? My business page does nothing. So if you think about like how people, like just psychology of people, right? Like you look at Richard Branson, he's got millions and millions of followers for Richard Branson, but the Virgin page, right, has like very little, you know? So people still follow Virgin, but 5 times more people follow Richard Branson, right? And that goes for all businesses, all authorities, all people, right? People won't follow me. My business, they'll follow me, right? So yeah, so have a business page on LinkedIn, but only so that you can actually put a logo in there and have that there, right? Because people will sort of click on it from time to time, but it's a lot faster. It's like 4 clicks to get to my website through here, whereas it's 1 click to get through here. So I'd rather like just make it easy on people and just go put everything in the contact info. Because when they're on this page, all they have to do is click contact info, boom, they're inside my website, they're inside my YouTube channel, yada, yada, yada.
Okay, can you transfer your personal page when you sell your company? I suppose if you want to, you hand it over, you can, or otherwise you definitely sell the business page, but you may want to keep your personal page. That's obviously up to you.
Yeah, it's very surprising, right? You can actually change your name on LinkedIn pretty easily. I'm surprised by that. But, right, you're going to be selling all of your connections. So what happens with us, right? The whole goal of LinkedIn is to build up, like LinkedIn gives you 30,000 first degree connections, right? And once you've got a first degree connection, you can message that person anytime. So the idea with us with LinkedIn is to build, right, a massive database of ideal perfect clients, right? And if you understand the larger market formula, which a lot of marketers talk about, right? A lot of people aren't ready to buy now, but they're ready to buy a month from now, 5 months from now, 2 years from now, right? And so the whole idea is to get just as many people as you can into your database, because once they're in your first degree connection database, you can message them anytime with different offers and different things, right? And they're always going to be seeing your posts and whatnot. I said all of that to say that you're going to end up building your business and your LinkedIn profile over 5 years, and you're building up all of these ideal clients, right, for that particular type of business. So it would actually be a really good asset to go, hey, well, I've got 30,000 first degree connections. They are all ideal future prospects, right, or referrers for this business, right? I will include it in the sale, you know, and you can basically, all they have to do is change the name and the profile image. It's actually not that hard to do. So yeah, it's horses for courses, different scenarios.
Okay. Awesome. I think we'll start to wrap up now, and I'd recommend you guys just, maybe take an extra 20 minutes, half an hour, and try to implement what you've just learnt into your LinkedIn profile right now. And then hopefully we'll be getting Kwam back soon so we can talk more about the lead generation and outreach, but without a good profile, a lot of that's going to be in vain. So get that done first, and then I'll talk to Quan about a part 2. And of course, if you want more information right now, just watch everything that Quan has ever done on the Blueprint website. All right, Quan, anything more you want to say before we wrap up?
No, guys, it's one thing, LinkedIn is an active strategy, guys. It doesn't cost you any money, right? There's no ad spend. It's very easy to do. Like, it's not like you have to be a programmer to build a LinkedIn profile. And it can pay dividends, but you got to be active on it, right? It's an active strategy, not a pay to play strategy, if that makes sense.
Makes sense. Yep. Okay, great. Excellent. Thank you very much, everyone. Time to wrap up right now. Huge thank you to Quan and to each one of you for being here. Nice work. We'll be back later today for Dale Direct. If you're a Platinum member, you can chat with me if you have any questions around your business. And then Finish It Friday is all about blocking time in your diary to work on your 90-day action plan. Now that you've attended conference and you've got your 5 must-do things locked and loaded, it is now time to get those things started. All right, thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you again soon.
Bye,
thanks
guys.
again, Quan.
Bye.
Bye.